So we take example of complex number. First example, if x plus iy whole cube equal to u plus iv, then show that. So we have to prove this result. First you note that we have given x plus iy whole cube equal to u plus iv. So you note that left hand side we will expand using formula a plus b whole cube. Left hand side we will expand using this formula a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube, and then we will simplify this into the form x plus iy because it is a standard form of complex number. Right hand side already it is of the form x plus iy, that is u plus iv. Two complex number are equal if and only if their real parts are equal and their imaginary parts are equal. So again left hand side we will expand using a plus b whole cube. We will simplify, we will compare two complex number, and two complex number are equals if and only if their real and imaginary parts are equal. Using these two results we will derive given one. So let us expand. So left hand side x cube plus 3x square iy plus 3x iy square plus iy cube equal to u plus iv. Further simplification, x cube plus 3i x square y, here I square will be minus 1, so this is minus 3x y square I cube equal to minus I, as we know I into I square is minus 1, so this is minus I y cube equal to u plus iv. Again left hand side we separate real and imaginary parts. So this is real part, x cube minus 3x y square. From these two terms we take I common, so I into bracket 3x square y minus y cube equal to u plus iv. So now you can observe left hand side we have converted it into the standard form a plus ib. So both side we compare real part. Left hand side this is real part, here this one is real part, while coefficient of I, that is imaginary parts. So this is imaginary part, here this is imaginary part, coefficient of I, that is v. So two complex number when we compare we get, this implies x cube minus 3xy square equal to u on comparing real part, and on comparing imaginary part 3x square y minus y cube equal to v. Now here divide by x, so this will give x square minus 3y square equal to u by x. In this equation you divide both sides by x, so say result number 1. Here when we divide by y square, when we divide by y, 3x square minus y square equal to v by y, say result number 2. Now adding 1 and 2, so 1 result 1 plus result 2 gives when we add corresponding sides of these two equations, left hand side addition x square plus 3x square, so it will be 4x square, and minus 3y square minus y square, that is minus 4y square, equal to u by x plus v by y. And when we take 4 common, so we will get u by x, so this implies u by x plus v by y equal to, here we take 4 common, so into bracket x square minus y square. So you can observe which one is our required result. So this is our required result. So simply left hand side we have given x plus iy cube equal to u plus iv. Expand left hand side using a plus b whole cube, a plus b whole cube. Simplify left hand side, separate real and imaginary part, compare both side real parts, so we will get this equation. Divide first equation by x, second by y, so we will get values for u by x and v by y, and then adding these two corresponding side we will get required result. So next example, if alpha and beta are different complex numbers, with modulus of beta equal to 1, then find value of modulus of beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar into beta. We have to find value of this one, modulus of beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar into beta. Solution. So before we discuss solution, the properties which we will use, we mention all the properties. You note down, we will use these properties. First, z into z bar, that is mod z square. So one property is we will use z into z bar equal to mod z bar square. Second property which we will use is z1 plus minus z2 bar. Bar means conjugate of complex number. If z equal to x plus iy, then z bar equal to x minus iy. So conjugate of z is z bar, and it's a vice versa. For z bar, its complex conjugate is z. So second property, z1 plus minus z2 bar equal to z1 bar plus minus z2 bar. Third property which we will use is z1 upon z2 bar equal to z1 bar upon z2 bar. And fourth property, for a complex number z, z bar bar it is z, and for k belongs to R, real number, k belongs to R, if it is pure real number, then k bar equal to k. So to evaluate values of mod beta minus alpha 1 minus alpha bar into beta. To evaluate this, we will evaluate square of this one, Consider if this one as z, then according to above discussion it will be z into z bar, and finally we will take square root. So when we take square root, we will get values of modulus of beta minus alpha into 1 minus alpha bar into beta. So we start with square of this quantity. Solution. So let us start with square of this property, beta minus alpha 1 minus alpha bar into beta square. If we consider this one as z, then it is according to above property z into z bar. So beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta z into z bar, beta minus alpha 1 minus alpha bar beta its bar. So this is of the form for our under z into z bar equal to mod z square. We have used this property. Now in second bracket again we apply z1 upon z2 bar, z1 bar upon z2 bar. So according to this one, first bracket as it is, beta minus alpha 1 minus alpha bar beta. Now beta minus alpha bar upon 1 minus alpha bar beta entire bar, conjugate, bar means conjugate. So now this is as it is, beta minus alpha 1 minus alpha bar into beta. Now here in numerator it is beta bar minus alpha bar. In denominator 1 bar it is 1 is pure real number, 1 minus alpha bar beta bar. So this is alpha bar beta bar, this is alpha into beta bar. So alpha into beta bar. Now ordinary multiplication in numerator and denominator, we take ordinary multiplication and we use this property, beta into beta bar equal to mod beta square, alpha into alpha bar equal to mod alpha square. And again you note that multiplication is commutative. So on the same time you can also consider beta bar into beta equal to mod beta square, beta bar into beta. It is commutative multiplication is, so you can consider. So now first we take multiplication with beta. So beta into this one, so beta into beta bar minus beta into alpha bar. First multiplication with beta, now we take multiplication with alpha, alpha into beta bar minus plus alpha into alpha bar. So this is ordinary multiplication in numerator. Similarly in denominator, first 1 into 1 minus alpha bar. So this is 1 into 1 minus alpha into beta bar. Now we take multiplication with alpha bar into beta, so minus alpha bar into beta. Now you take care, here minus plus alpha bar beta alpha beta bar. So now minus plus alpha bar beta alpha into beta bar. So now we simplify using these properties. So beta into beta bar mod beta square minus beta into alpha bar minus alpha into beta bar plus mod alpha square. Alpha into alpha bar, we are using these properties. In denominator 1 minus alpha beta bar, again you note that multiplication is commutative. Here alpha bar into alpha, so this is mod alpha square. Similarly beta into beta bar, so mod beta square. But we have given mod beta equal to 1, mod beta equal to 1, mod beta equal to 1, therefore mod beta square it will be 1. So here we will replace mod beta square by 1. So now this is 1 minus beta into alpha bar, alpha into beta bar, multiplication is commutative, mod alpha square. In denominator 1 minus alpha into beta bar minus alpha bar beta plus mod alpha square, because mod beta square equal to 1. So now you can observe numerator and denominator are same, so we can cancel this one. So value it will be 1. Therefore so we have proved that, therefore mod beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar into beta square equal to 1. So now taking square root both sides, we will get value of mod beta minus alpha 1 minus alpha bar into beta equal to 1, which is required value. Next example. So all the properties we have already mentioned in the examples which we have used. Third example. Find the number of non-zero integral solution of the equation modulus of 1 minus I raised to x equal to 2 raised to x. So we have to find the number of non-zero integral solution of the equation. So in short, we have to find solution. Here unknown is x, so one is to find value for x, and we will find non-zero value for x. Now property, again you note that property which we will use is solution for a complex number z equal to x plus minus iy modulus of x plus minus iy equal to under root x square plus y square. So we will use this property. So we have given modulus of 1 minus I raised to x equal to 2 raised to x. This is given. left hand side value of modulus according to this result, under root 1 plus 1 raised to x equal to 2 raised to x. Modulus of 1 minus I under root 1 square plus minus 1 square. Actually modulus of 1 minus I, it is under root 1 square plus minus 1 square, that is root 2. So it is 2 raised to 1 half. So 2 raised to 1 half raised to x equal to 2 raised to x. Therefore 2 raised to x by 2 equal to 2 raised to x. Base is equal, so indices must be equal. So this implies x by 2 equal to x. So x by 2 equal to x. So x equal to 2x. So therefore 2x minus x equal to 0. So finally x equal to 0. So which is not the non-zero solution. Which is not a non-zero solution, you can observe. But we have question is find the number of non-zero integral solution. Here it is 0 solution, so which is not a non-zero solution, and therefore required number of non-zero integral solution of the given equation required number of non-zero integral solution of the given equation is 0. So we have no non-zero solution, so number of non-zero solution is 0. Now next example, if a plus ib into c plus id into e plus if into g plus ih equal to a plus ib, show that then a square plus b square into bracket c square plus d square into bracket e square plus f square into bracket g square plus h square equal to a square plus b square. So we have to derive this result. Now properties which we will use to derive this one is solution. So first we list the properties which we will use. First property, modulus of Z1 into Z2 into Z3 into Z4 equal to mod Z1 into mod Z2 into mod Z3 into mod Z4. And for Z equal to x plus iy, we know modulus of Z equal to under root x square plus y square. So we will apply these two property to derive the solution. So let us start with given things. We have given a plus ib into bracket c plus id into bracket e plus if into bracket g plus ih equal to a plus ib. So taking modulus, so modulus of a plus ib, taking modulus both side, c plus id, e plus if, g plus ih equal to, right hand side we have capital A plus ib. So taking modulus on both sides. Now consider this one as Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, and modulus of Z1 into Z2 into Z3 into Z4, it is modulus of individual. So we use that property. So this is mod a plus ib into mod c plus id into mod e plus if into mod g plus ih equal to mod a plus ib. Now according to second property, we write modulus of each term. So this is under root a square plus b square into under root c square plus d square into under root e square plus f square into under root g square plus h square equal to under root a square plus b square. So now finally taking square on both the side, so we will get a square plus b square. When we take square both side, we can remove the square root. So to remove the square root, squaring both side, so a square plus b square into c square plus d square into e square plus f square into g square plus h square equal to a square plus b square, which is our required result. So simply start with a plus ib into c plus id into e plus if into g plus ib. This is given. Taking modulus on both side, write down modulus of each term. So this is, and finally squaring both side, we will get required result. So this is the method to derive the solution. Now last one is, if modulus of 1 plus I upon 1 minus I raised to m equal to 1, then find the least positive integer integral value of m. So we have to find least positive integral value of m, so that 1 plus I upon 1 minus I raised to m equal to 1. Now before we discuss solution, again we recall our basic results. I, it is square root of minus 1, I square equal to minus 1, I cube, I into I square equal to, I square is minus 1, so this is minus I, and I raised to 4, it is I square is minus 1, so 1, so I raised to 4 equal to 1. So least value power for I, so that I raised to m equal to 1 is 4. In general, I raised to 4 is 1, I raised to 8 is 1, I raised to 12 is 1. So in general, I raised to 4k equal to 1, and to get least integer, if we take k equal to 1, then I raised to 4 equal to 1. So you please remember this basic results. Now we discuss solution. So we have given 1 plus I upon 1 minus I raised to m equal to 1. First, we will left hand side we will simplify into standard form a plus ib, then we will find its modulus. So here this is 1 plus I, 1 minus I. Now we use surd of conjugate number, so 1 minus I, 1 plus I multiply numerator and denominator by 1 plus I. So we have used surd of the denominator. For denominator 1 minus I, so its conjugate number 1 plus I, so multiplied numerator and denominator by 1 plus I. Now we simplify this one. Therefore in numerator it is 1 plus I raised to 1 plus I whole square. In denominator it is 1 minus I square. In denominator x minus y into x plus y, it is x square minus y square. Now we expand numerator according to a plus b whole square, a plus b whole square, a square plus 2ab plus b square. We expand using 1 plus 2i plus I square. In denominator I square is minus 1 raised to m equal to 1. I square is minus 1, so I square is minus 1, so this is plus 1 minus 1 cancel, so 2i upon 2 raised to m equal to 1. So we can cancel 2, so modulus of I raised to m equal to 1. So modulus of I so I raised to m equal to 1 plus I or you can also note that I raised to m 1 plus 2i minus 1, so 2 cancel, there is a correction that mod it is not given but bracket is given. It is my mistake, so first we correct this one. Correction is mod it is not given, only bracket is given. It is ordinary bracket, not modulus, so it's my mistake. So we have given it is not modulus but ordinary bracket. So I raised to m equal to 1. Now as we have discussed, I raised to m is 1, so minimum power I raised to 4 is 1, so I raised to m equal to 1. This implies I raised to 4k equal to 1, and for m equal to 4k, always I raised to 4k is 1, so for k equal to 1, minimum value of m is 4. So least value it is 4. So if we take m equal to 4, then I raised to m it is 1, always 1. For minimum value m it is 4. So please correct this one. It is not modulus, ordinary bracket. We have given 1 plus I upon 1 minus I raised to m. So we have taken surd of denominator. Now ordinary multiplication in numerator 1 plus I into 1 plus I, so 1 plus I whole square. In denominator 1 minus I square is minus 1, so minus minus plus, so 2I upon 2 raised to m equal to 1, so I raised to m equal to 1, and we know, as we have discussed these properties, minimum value of m is 4, so that I raised to 4 is 1.